Okay, well, I'm getting questions in, right? And this question is based on what you said earlier, okay? Talking about just when you just came in talking about the devil's holiday, all right? And this question is a scriptural question. It says the Bible speaks of wind, waters, and other elements being spirits. So can the devil manipulate them also?
Well, the Bible talks about the principalities and powers of the air. So you're absolutely correct. These are dark forces that operate within the atmosphere under Satan. Satan gave these governments, as a matter of fact, it's Satan's government. He gave them the technology to build a weapon, a war weapon, a weather weapon against mankind. Therefore, there's no recourse. How can you fight back against wind, storms? How can you now blame an enemy when it's a so-called natural disaster? You understand? So this is mafia on a whole nother level. If a country don't want to comply with the UN's wishes to say, well, listen, this is what we're going to do. You're going to pay us. You and your citizens will work for me. You have to pay us for protection. It's all mine. If they decide not to go with the protection, okay, we'll send a storm your way. And now you're ravished. You're torn. Your country will take years to recover. This is weather warfare. Satan has given this technology to government. And they've been operating with this technology for a long time. If you don't believe me, go online and type in seismic activity. Seismic activity. HARP system. And type in the date, October 26th and October 27th. And you're going to see a high level of seismic activity from the HARP aurora system. In concentrated areas where the storm have attacked our people. And that's the right word for it, attack. That's what this is. This is not a storm. This is not Sandy. This is a fabricated satanic weapon against the Most High's creation.
Okay, hello. We have some callers here. I want to open the line and take a few callers here. We got a sister on before that was on the East Coast, but I think she got cut off. If you're still listening, I hope the sister can try and phone back in. But we have brother.
Okay, well, open up the lines. We have a few hours in this, so I just wanted to put this out there and roll it all out so that people can't say out there, brothers and sisters out cannot listen to this and say, well, this was a conspiracy theory, or this is far-fetched. We're putting out the information so you'll know that it's confirmed. Everything we bring it forth is the truth according to the Most High. And also, we've been saying this for the longest. They're going to use disasters. We just said it last week. They're going to use disasters to bring in martial law and FEMA, because they did it that way in Katrina. Don't look for them to knock on your door and force you into a concentration camp. You will willfully give up your rights for a warm meal and some water and shelter. So this is what they know. So why should they force themselves on you? I want to hit back on this military point in a few, but let the people in.
Okay. We have Brother Kamar. Let me get him. Brother Kamar.
Shalom, shalom, Elder and Brother Gocc. Peace and blessings.
Blessings, brother.
Shalom, brother.
Yes, I was listening to you talking about they was saying that people was looting, and you said you had a picture up, and that what immediately popped to my head was they could also use that as a means to start using these those bullets that they was buying when Homeland Security were buying those bullets, just to have an excuse to use them and stuff like that. And I just looked at it from that standpoint. They trying to use first of all, they trying to demonize us and put us out there as looters. And secondly, I figure, they would use this as a way to start using those bullets that they purchased, so many millions of them. And I also had a question though. Did you hear the news about the lynchings that was going on in Delaware?
Yes, I did hear about the lynchings. There's two things. Number one, yes, millions, for brothers and sisters who don't know this, millions upon millions of hollow point destroyer killer bullets were purchased by by Homeland Security. And it raised questions across the board, like, you don't need hollow points for a testing range or to test or to target shooting. Hollow points is made to rip through and kill you upon contact. So this is why, brother, Homeland Security has those bullets for situations like this. They're ushering it in. Okay? And the second point is, yes, I've heard about the lynchings, and I'll say this again, brothers and sisters, there's really not a black or white issue that's not fabricated through government. Okay? Even back then when we were being lynched, down south, coming up right after, during the Jim Crow days, yes, you would have your rogue drunk people would come out now and again and start something. But the majority of our lynchings that we received were from government officials. These were mayors. These were policemen. These were people who ran towns, who were over the government structure that was fighting against us. It wasn't really the normal civilian. So when you look how the media promote things, of course there's lynching, but who's to say who's doing the lynching? I'm going to ask you, brother, who did they say did the lynching?
Can you hear me?
Okay, you said a lynching in what area again?
Well, it's happening in Delaware, and what happened was I ran into some videos on YouTube, and they was doing some interviews with a couple of people, and actually some college students had found out about it, and they tried to at an all-black college, and they did what you call a rally in front of the college, and they locked up one of the teachers because he was the one who, pointed it out to the students that a lynching was going on, and they said there was like two white guys riding around in the truck following people around, and it was this one particular black guy. He was a Muslim or whatever, and the white guy had greeted him with a Muslim peace greeting, and then they followed him around a few times, and then the next day they came up, kidnapped him with a gun, put a gun to his head, took him to a park, and tried to kill him, tried to cut his ear off, tried to cut his private area off. They weren't successful, so what happened was the guy got away, and he ran to one of the ladies' house, and he tried to file a report, and the police officers and everybody at the police station was like, nah, you got to get out of here with that. And if you try to keep filing a report, we're going to lock you up, which is, connects with your point of it. It has to be some kind of governmental thing for this man to not be able to file a report. So he went to the state prosecutor's office. And when he went to the state prosecutor's office, they was like, look, if you don't get up out of here, we're going to have you arrested. Because we ain't taking no reports of no lynchings and et cetera. So
okay,
I think it's fishy, and I just wanted to get your look on it.
Okay, we're going to get back to the storm, but I want to just to chime in on that real quick. This racial tension is being fueled by government and media. They need to keep that paradigm going on both sides, that black against white. They need that out there at all times. And if there's not an issue, they'll get one of their guys to create an issue. When I say one of their guys, it could be one of their UN military guys from another country. It could be some people that are undercover, that's working with the feds or working COINTELPRO to create an issue. So there's really not a threat of white people on a large scale coming against us and hanging black people. That don't exist. And if you look at the statistics, there's just as much white against black crime on the surface, on the small level, than it is black against white crime. It's all about the same statistics, if not more, with black people robbing white people. Now, I'm not on either side of this, but on the on the political side of it, we know that the government is against us, Jacob, and we know that they will stir any divide that would destroy us, even if that means taking a skinhead or funding someone that's out of their mind to do something ridiculous against us or to hang us. So it's always a bigger picture. This is not a pandemic right here. All right? If some white people want to hang somebody, if they really wanted to do something to show forth, they would come into the ghetto and think about hanging someone. Okay? And we dare them. They know better. So it's not even, this is what they're promoting so that we can look at a row of 2 or 3 people and not see that our biggest problem is the media machine that's pushing. That's the biggest problem. All right?
Okay.
All right, so, okay, we got some more people, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of the queues piling up. I'm going to ask all the listeners, when we take the call, could you just push 1 so it moves you back out the waiting queue? Yeah, so I can go through the calls a lot quicker, a lot easier that way. Okay? All right, the next caller we have is Brother Lexwell with a comment. Shalom, brother, you live.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Gosh, how you doing?
I'm good, man. And yourself?
Hey, it's cold here, man. It's cold. Temperature changes really fast. Really fast.
Okay, shalom. Tell me what's going on where you are. Do me a favor. Can you turn your radio down or just mute it real quick while you're speaking to us?
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we can't see the sun anymore. Not to be, dramatic or anything like that. It's really gray out. And it's been windy the last couple of days. Our phone company is AT&T, and our phones are out. We have no lines. I'm in Ohio, but I'm not really that close to the radius of the storm. But this seems to be like maybe a beginning to their solution to population density. Because all these people can't return to their homes, and they've all been ordered to military camps.
When you said ordered to military camps, who have been ordered to military camps?
Well, I heard through Skype that people have had postings on their doors to leave that it's been mandatory for them to leave their homes so that they don't endanger themselves or the rescue crews. Okay,
similar to what happened in Katrina.
Right. This is also broadcast on Fox.
Okay, what area are they doing this?
As far as I know, Rhode Island. I really couldn't say like any other areas for sure. They all equal out to the map setting of where they place their little cursors on the news for where the storm's going to hit.
Okay, because I see that they have tanks and all types of military artillery in the Rhode Island area, all up in that area. You got military there.
There's been a lot of problems in Jersey too, because this is the state that's been focused on the news over all the states. I mean, if you look at New York, I'm not there. I'm in Ohio, but they'll show you that people are still in Times Square. And they're just, they'll show you shots of people looking up at the TV at Times Square. But the shots they keep showing you of Jersey, they look more devastating than they do of New York.